Hey there, Mike Dunn with Gamingtrend, and we're here at our booth at Origins Gamefair, and I've got Elizabeth Hargrave, the designer of Wingspan, among many other amazing games. Mariposas, the upcoming Undergrove,
Fox Experiment
yes, Fox Experiments, Picky
and
Pixies,
Tussie Mussy.
Ten Tussie
Is
Mussy,
that all of
yes.
them? I think so.
If there are any of those you haven't gotten yet, go out and get it because they're all great. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd have Elizabeth over to the booth to just kind of chat and catch up and see what's going on in the world of Hargrave. So I think the last time we talked, Wyrmspan had not dropped yet.
Right.
And I don't think it had even been announced by
Right,
that
because
point.
Stonemeyer follows the pattern that they don't like to announce a game until it is ready to distribute.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Which is kind of nice when
It's
you
kind of
think about it.
fun.
Yeah, but it does make for some surprises, right?
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, you obviously Connie Vogelmann, fresh off of Apiary, which is a big hit.
Yeah.
Um, uh, you worked with her on that, and obviously it's based off of your game
Yeah.
Wingspan.
Yeah.
Um, Tell us a little bit about that. Like, I'd love to know how that kind of came about, and just working with Connie. I know Connie, you worked with Connie quite a bit over the last few
Yeah,
years.
we're local to each other, so we're in the
Oh,
same playtesting
wow,
group.
wow, okay.
And right, so she had apiary with Jamie. We had gotten over the years many requests to do Wingspan but Dragons.
Oh, really? Okay.
And Jamie sort of reached out to me and was like, "This doesn't really seem like your thing. You can do it if you want, but I'm thinking of getting someone else to do it if you want that." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't have the bandwidth."
Right.
Um, and so he suggested Connie because he had already signed Apiary. They were in development on Apiary. She's so smart,
Oh,
and he
she's
saw it.
awesome. Awesome, awesome.
So yeah, so
I
that was
mean,
cool because she was local. I could really like sit down with her and I shared my like how I designed the Wingspan cards with her to kind of give her a head start and like gave her my spreadsheet and so I gave her that push in the beginning and then play tested it along the way with her and we had a lot of really interesting conversations about like what's the DNA of Wingspan that would make another game feel like it's in the same family and then
right.
where are the places that this game could do something different. And so yeah, she pushed back and forth of like, what if I do this? Oh no, that doesn't quite feel like it's even connected anymore. The
Right.
caverns can go in any direction. Like maybe the three rows are part of the DNA of Wingspan, right?
Right.
So that was a really fun process to go through, just to like think a little bit more about like, what is this entity?
Nice. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
just as an aside, like talk about a 1-2 punch for the first two games
I
out of the
know.
gate. Holy
She's
cow.
really good.
Holy
She's
cow.
got some
Like,
other stuff too that she's
oh,
working on.
I can't wait. Like,
She's gonna be a rock star.
definitely shot up to my list of like, oh, I need to watch these people. Right?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
um now just real briefly, like, was there any part of that process where you went, oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should have put that in Wingspan.
I think there's stuff that's really cool that she did. Like the Dragon Guild track is really cool, but
Yeah.
Wyrmspan is intentionally heavier
Yeah.
than Wingspan. Like we were sort of banking on the idea that the people who wanted the dragons might overlap with the people who always thought Wingspan was a little lighter than their personal taste. And it's, for people that have been playing Wingspan a long time and want like that next step in complexity. So I think the things she added are great, but not necessarily stuff that I would add to Wingspan.
Very cool.
Right.
Very cool. Um, Now you've got another game that's about to start delivering to backers
Yeah.
for the Kickstarter. I myself am a backer. Can't wait to play it. It's gorgeous. I believe we gave it an award at Gen Con last year, one of our best of Gen Con awards. But that's Undergrove.
Yes. I'm super excited. It's got art by Beth Sobel. The mushrooms are beautiful, but you play from the point of view of a tree, trading resources with mushrooms. So you're
Yeah.
building sort of a shared tableau of mushrooms that you can interact with.
I just remember I loved the idea that it's it's not just about mushrooms like in isolation, right? It's
Yeah.
about the ecosystem of mushrooms and trees and how they play off of each other,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is something that a lot of people don't understand, right?
Right,
Like,
and that was sort of the inspiration. I mean, I've been a mushroom geek for a long time, decades,
right, right.
which probably surprises no one. But yeah, it's a mind blowing system when you learn about it. Like some of the resources that trees are putting out into the mushroom network actually end up in other trees.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there might be some kin selection going on where it ends up preferentially in the related seedlings to the source tree. It's like, what's going on in the forest that we're not even seeing?
Yeah, no, I think it's such a cool thing to really focus on, and I love that a lot of your games do have this kind of educational aspect to it. Like I've obviously learned about birds since I started playing Wingspan. Mariposas, about the butterfly migrations. Like I think that's a really, really interesting and fun kind of space to explore with games. And I feel like you're really kind of helping to lead the charge on this.
Think of it. I mean, I do think of it as educational. Clearly, I see that people are learning stuff, but I think of it more as like I see these cool things in the world. And
Right,
I'm
right.
like,
Right, exactly, exactly. And so that's about to start shipping out to backers,
yes.
and then hopefully in game stores and other retail outlets. What's the goal for that?
Yeah, so they'll have copies at Gen Con.
Excellent.
And then I think the retail release is early September.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
so definitely something that can end up under some Christmas trees this year.
Definitely.
Yes. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I'm most interested in talking to you about, obviously I love talking to you about your games because they're awesome. You have something else, another initiative that you're working on. Tell us a little bit about that.
So with Geoff Engelstein and Sen-Foong, we have founded an organization called the Tabletop Game Designers Association, aimed at providing support to folks at all different stages of the design process. So,
Nice.
Over time we'll be building up the resources on our website, but there's a bunch already about, making prototypes. There's a list of all the local playtesting groups that we know about. And then the thing I'm most excited about is resources around that phase when you're signing contracts with publishers.
Yes.
So like we have a member directory. If you join, you can see all the other members who have put their information in, and we ask people to put in what publishers they've worked with, so you can like poll the other people that have worked with someone you're thinking about signing with. And then we have a lot of information about how to read the contract that you get offered, and what things to be thinking about, red flags to look for, stuff like that, which I think has been a real missing piece in the industry.
No, that's a huge resource because like I know a lot of people, like especially artists and writers and designers, like I know a lot of them that are just like, oh, I just want to do the writing, I just want to do my art. Like I my wife is an artist, and like she's even just like, I don't want to sell it. Like I just want to make it. Like I have no taste for that.
Right.
And,
or a typical game designer is like, I just want it to get in the world.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I want it to get
people
out.
to play my game,
but,
right?
Like, yeah.
But that is a crucial component, right? Figuring out, navigating that aspect of it is something that, I mean, you don't really see a lot of that. Like, I appreciate Jamie Stegmaier and his openness about the whole process of what they're doing on the publisher side.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is definitely a place for that kind of transparency on the design side.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a huge resource for up and coming designers.
Yeah.
And really, really cool that you guys are doing that. I would love to actually have you guys on our podcast to talk even more about that sometime. But fantastic. So how long has that been been going on? I know you guys just announced it.
Yeah, we just launched within the last few months. I forget exactly when, but yeah, not long. I mean, it's been in the works for a little longer than that, but just getting all our ducks in the row and like getting incorporated as a nonprofit and things like that. But yeah, and still under development, right? So the board right now is just the 3 of us founding members, but we got to figure out, how to have an election and a full board.
Right.
Sort of an unelected advisory board.
Well,
we'll get there.
If there's anything that Gamingtrend can do to help with that, let me know. Because I think maybe there might be a way for us to help give information to up and coming game designers about approaching media, for instance.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's great.
That would be something I would love to help out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and do a series of maybe monthly, like online. I think we have one
webinars kind of
webinars.
things.
Yeah, so we have one coming up on tax. Like thinking about taxes as a game designer, which is like the driest possible topic, but one that people really need to know about. And another one of those things that's like, I don't feel like thinking about that, but there's stuff you need to know, right?
Yeah. It's rough having to think about how the sausage gets made, but the sausage must get made, right? So, well, fantastic, Elizabeth. Thank you for stopping by our booth. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Likewise.
And I can't wait to get my first game of Undergrove in for sure. And yeah, definitely hope the next time we talk, we're talking about the next big thing you're working on. So. Because
awesome.
She's working on something. There's no stopping.
Right now, it's mostly the next Wingspan.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Elizabeth.
All right. Take care.